Yo, what is up? I hope we brought really good energy for this second video. Like I said in the last one, this one is going to be about clothing brands, but I'm also going to sprinkle a few gems for investing in there, just so y'all could get ready for our first video. Just like last video, I am not a financial advisor. I am not a financial planner. I am not an accountant. I am none of those things. I am just a regular schmegular person just like you, and I just want to help people out with learning how to make money, learning how to be financially free with money so they can take vacations and trips and do all the other things that billionaires and millionaires get to do. Yeah, so because we are doing that this week, and I want to go ahead and jump in head first and into the investing world. So I'm gonna make sure to drop some gems at the end of the video, so stay tuned. But let's get into it. So going straight into the clothing brand. Yes, I do have my own clothing brand, which I was very fortunate to have one of my friends that already had a business that kind of helped me through figuring out what website to go to, how to apply for my LLC and stuff like that when I was getting started. So this is your guide to that. First thing you want to do, well, first thing is find what website works for your state. So in Ohio, we have a website called Ohio Business Central. That is where all LLC filings, corporations, foundations, trademarkings, anything like that, that is where you're going to go to file your stuff. Now, it is people out here that will file it for you, but they charge you hella when it's not that hard to do it on your own. I mean, you know, if you got the money to do it. But if you don't, and you know your own date of birth and social security number, then you can do it on your own. If you are underage, you should definitely have a parent or guardian on all information with you, which that should go without saying, but I'm gonna say it so you can't say that I told you to go do something, and yeah, none of that. There's my disclaimer. So like I said, go to Ohio Business Central if you live in Ohio. If you live in California, find your Business Central like website where you get to file LLCs and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it will come up if you type in business filings in whatever state you live in. So that's how you should be able to find it. But ohiobusinesscentral.com is where you can file that. Write down everything. Write down your username, write down your password, write down your e-signature. It's going to be 3 different blocks. I'm gonna try to insert a picture somewhere in here so you can see what it looks like. It's gonna be 3 different blocks. It's gonna say username, password, e-sig. The e-signature is something that the website is gonna send you via email, so make sure your emails are cleaned out so you can find that very easily and have access to that. I say write it down just because you might think, oh, I know what my password is. It's the same thing for everything else. That's all fine and dandy till you don't remember it, and now you got to reset your password. Yeah, I had to reset my password multiple times because I thought, okay, I'm gonna just make it the same as everything else. But if you add a little something to it so it's not the exact same as other passwords, you might forget what that special character was, or what letter you had capital and not capital, or something like that. So just write it down. Write it down for your own sake. If you don't, I don't care, it ain't mine. So then once you get into it, the first thing that's gonna pop up, I'm just trying to recall from memory because I don't want to file a new business or anything. So once you get into it, it'll have you type in your business name first, just to see if it's any other businesses that already have that name. So you won't be able to, if your name is like my company name is Life of All, if somebody else tries to go file a business with the same exact name as mine, I also have the acronym filed as well, so you can't do that. It's not going to allow you to do it, and it will be trademarked soon, so it's going to ask you for the business name. If it's any other business filed with that name, it's not going to allow you to do it. And as always, I do have a piece of paper right here just in case y'all wonder what I'll keep looking at. After you do that, it'll take 1 to 2 weeks to get you your information back. I can't remember how. I think mine was exactly 7 days before I heard anything back for my certificate and stuff like that. These are the things I was not expecting. One, after I got my certificate, I also had mail coming to my place of residence. I had mail coming from Ohio business office and stuff like that, because when you file a new business, it's going to treat you like you already have employees. So they're going to want you to buy these signs, right? I didn't buy the signs because I'm my only employee, and if I hurt myself, then I gotta pay for it. I don't have other people working for me. They're not using any equipment, anything like that. I don't pay people, so I did not buy the signs because I'm working in my own apartment, so I don't think I needed them. Next thing is the certificate of good standing or something like that. It might not be certificate, it just might be like something, but it says good standing on it, and it's going to be $60. So for the filing, you're going to pay $100 flat, $100. The next thing you're going to pay for is the certificate of good standing, which is going to be $60. I had no idea what that was. I didn't pay it. I would encourage you to pay it because, yeah, actually, let's look it up right now and see. The 3 major things, as far as money that you will need, one is the $100. The next thing will be if you have employees and you need all of those different signs, like use caution and heavy equipment, stuff like that. And then I can't remember how much that one was. I want to say that one was $60 as well for all the signs. And if you have to order multiple signs, it's probably more expensive than that. So I would just check. And the third thing is another $60 for the certificate of good standing. So all in all, you will need $220, if I could add correctly. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because 6, that's 2. Yeah, $220 is what you will need for your filings. Next, after you get that email saying like, woohoo, your business filing has been approved by the state of Ohio, blase blase, next you can get your EIN. Now I thought this was going to be harder than it actually was, and shout out to my girl for this. You can file for your EIN on the IRS website. That's easy so you ain't got to fill out no actual papers. You don't have to send anything into them, or at least not yet, you know what I'm saying, till you file your taxes. You could get your EIN online. I did it. You could do it. You go to the IRS website. You find, they have a little search bar if you can't find this for whatever reason. You find employer ID numbers. Employer ID numbers. Then you're going to scroll down. It'll be a whole bunch of words and everything, and if you actually read the words, it before you even find how to file, it'll be like some little questions, I guess, like frequently asked questions or whatever. One of the questions will be how to file. If you click how to file, it's going to take you to some other information. That's going to be a long drawn out process, but if you actually read the paragraph before you get to the frequently asked questions, it will say click to apply. Click to apply. That is it. You click it, it'll take you like straight to the next thing. But the only thing is, if you do not have 30 minutes to an hour to sit down and really apply for your EIN, don't do it, because it will make you start over. It will time out on you, and you're gonna be SOL because you're gonna have to start over. And if you don't remember your login information to receive this, then now you got to go through trying to reset your password for the IRS website and da 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 da. So just take your time. Make sure you got 30 minutes to an hour to sit down, do all the filings that you need to do, and just get it done with. Write it down, because you need to write it down because, well, like I said earlier, write down everything. But when you get ready to go to the bank, you're going to need your entity number. You're going to need your EIN. And then you're going to need the money to open whatever account you're trying to set up, your business account. And to get business lines of credit and stuff like that, you're going to need your EIN. And if you don't have it, every time you need it, you're going to have to go through the hassle of trying to find it, trying to reset your password if you don't remember it. So just write it down, make it easy for yourself. Make sure y'all, this is the biggest tip I got, write everything down. It is more of a hassle to have to go through and reset your passwords than it is to just sit down with a notebook, write your stuff down as you going, so that way you ain't even got to think about it. You know exactly where it's at every time you get ready to use it. So moving into the next part of this video, and I need some more water because I'm talking a lot. Oh, I wrote myself a note. See, I knew I was gonna forget. So when you're filing your business, be sure that you properly describe whatever your business is going to be doing. If you are going to drive people around like Uber, you need to specifically describe, I will be transporting customers, blase, however you want to word it, but make sure you word it properly in that description box when it asks you, what does your business provide? Or make it really, what's the word I'm looking for? Broad. Make it really broad. So like, when I file my clothing brand, I just put clothing, like basically a very broad description, like street athletic wear, something. I put something like that, like something very broad where I'm not put into a box where I can only pass out, you know, only sell hoodies, or I can only sell t-shirts, or I can only sell pants. I put clothing. That is a general statement. Clothes could be a mini skirt. I could go sell a mini skirt if I want to. Why? Because I put clothing. I did not put specifically hoodies. I didn't put specifically leggings or anything like that. So don't put yourself in a box, but be specific at the same time. You see what I'm saying? So people ain't gonna think, oh, Life of All, they drive people around, when in reality Life of All is a clothing brand. You see what I'm saying? Yep. So that's that. After you get all of that stuff together, now you want to start looking for the items that you're trying to sell. This is very time consuming. So while you're waiting on that business filing to come back, shit, if you, even while you thinking of a name to come up with for your business, because that's not as easy as you think it is. So coming up with a name and stuff, you could take the time to think about what you're going to start selling. Whatever it is that you're going to start selling, you need to find distributors. And by distributors, I mean wholesalers, people that sell this stuff in bulk. It's like Sam's Club or Costco or BJ's, is where you go to get items in bulk sizes for a good price. Because if you don't, you're going to be stuck buying things from people or from a company that only sell items, like one item. You see what I'm saying? So now you got 13 jogging suits you're buying. It's like this. I need to buy 13 jogging suits for 13 different models, right? But instead of me looking for a wholesale distributor, I go find a person that just sells them, like as a company, kind of like if I go buy 13 jogging suits from H&M rather than from Superline Wholesale. If I buy 13 jogging suits from Superline Wholesale, I could get like maybe $13 a jogging suit. Whereas if I go to H&M, I'm paying like $13 for the hoodie, $13 for the pants, and don't let it be like like my brother is like 6'2" and stuff. So honestly, bigger people need bigger fabric, means their clothes are going to be more expensive, or shoes or whatever it is going to be more expensive because it just takes more to make it. So now I'm paying $17 and $17 for 2 pieces. Whereas if I would have went to Superline Wholesale, one jogging suit is $13. I hope that helps you understand what I mean by wholesale and then a regular like clothing store. That goes for the same thing for phone cases. Say you're a tech person and your website is gonna be like technology type stuff. That's fine, but if you try to buy 5 phone cases from 5 and below, each phone case is $5. You go to Alibaba or AliExpress, because these are the 2 websites that you're going to use to look for wholesale distributors. You go to Alibaba or AliExpress, those same phone cases that are at 5 below for $5 are on these websites for 43 cents for one cell phone case. $5, 43 cents. You see the difference? You see the difference? Right. Okay. So after you figure out what you want to sell, whatever it is, you're going to go to those 2 websites I just mentioned, and everything I'm talking about will be in the description, just like in the last video. Alibaba, AliExpress. Now, when you go on these websites, you can find things that's made in the US. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but it's going to cost you more. Point blank period. If you find things that are made in the United States, it is going to cost you more, quite frankly. Whereas if you find somewhere like China, Pakistan, wherever, as long as it's overseas, you know what I'm saying, you catching my drift. If it's overseas, which is more than likely going to be either China or Pakistan, it is going to cost you less. Like the example I just gave with the phone case, $5.43. It's going to be relatively cheaper, but you have to take your time and look through these people's reviews, look at the descriptions, look at all the detailed parts of this, because if you don't, you're going to wind up with something that you do not want. If you do not take your time and look through this stuff, you're going to wind up with something that you do not want. As in, the product is going to be low grade quality, like, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be terrible quality. You're going to be so unhappy with the product. And even if it's a good product, you just happen to strike gold, because you could very much so get scammed. Now, going through and getting your money back is one thing, because you can, you know, get your money back or whatever. They have trade assurance on Alibaba, because that's what I use. I believe AliExpress has trade assurance, but I'm not too sure. And all of these filters can be applied on a website. So if you go to AliExpress or you go to Alibaba, you want to make sure that it has the trade assurance marker on it. Or on the left hand side, you could pick, like, you know how you filter clothes and stuff. You could filter it and you could click that everything that pops up has trade assurance on it. So say it takes 5 months for something to come, you know that within that 5 months, even if she take an extra 2 months, you know, because it had trade assurance, you could get your money back. I just gave you all a pro tip, man. You better be writing this stuff down, because if you ain't, you're gonna be real sad if you don't have your money, and you can't blame me, because I'm telling you what to do. So next, once you find that website, once you find a distributor on Alibaba, next thing you want to do is order a sample. Most of these places have a minimum order quantity. A minimum order quantity. MOQ. Minimum order quantity. Look at that as well. That is something you want to look at, because one place might say the minimum order quantity is 1 item, right? But that 1 item is going to cost you as much to buy it in the United States as it will to buy it over there. This camera's about to die, bro. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my god. Alright, man. Thankfully, I did not, I just didn't chop the video up and make it into 2 parts, because I felt like I shouldn't have, because some of y'all might not come back to watch the second part. But I want y'all to go ahead and get started. Like, go ahead and go after whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But to pick up where we left off at, I was talking about minimum order quantities, and I said that to buy it over there, You know what I mean? It might be cheaper than to buy it in the United States, which of course is true, because anything made in the US is going to be more expensive than if it would if you bought it over there, because they already have most of the materials to make whatever you're looking for most of the time. So yeah, get your check the minimum order quantity on anything before you order it, whether that's phone cases, clothing, anything, do-rags, whatever it is. So like, after you check your minimum order quantity and you to make sure that you got the trade assurance button filter on and stuff like that, you're gonna go ahead and order that item. Order it in your size or somebody else's size that you want to try it on and see what it looks like and stuff like that. By the way, I've done all this. I'm not gonna tell you to do something that I haven't already did unless I've done the research on it. That's the only time I'm gonna give y'all advice. That's the only time I'm gonna turn on this camera and tell y'all to do something, is if I've already done it, if I've already taken a risk, if I've already, no matter if I've succeeded or failed at it, I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. I'm being completely honest during this series. So you order those items, you give them to somebody, or you wear them yourself. See how they work, see how they last, see if they rip, see if how you wash them, dry them, do they shrink. You know what I'm saying? Just get a feel for whatever the item is. That's for clothing, and you know, for phone cases, if it protects the phone, stuff like that. So think of other ways to make money outside of just whatever you're trying to do. Go ahead and create you that YouTube channel like this and inform people on different stuff that you're trying, and let them watch your journey, because the subscribers gonna come, the following is going to come. Like, just do it. Set yourself up for success. So you done got your items, or you done got your you got your item that you ordered or whatever. You seen it was wonderful, it worked out, whatever. Now you want to go ahead and start setting up your website. So you're still keeping in contact with whoever the manufacturer is for the items that you ordered, but you want to start creating a website. You want to start marketing. This is where I dropped the ball at for my clothing brand. I was not marketing enough. You have to market before you drop your website, because you want people to already be anticipating for when your website launches, right? I have a big problem with consistency. So you need to be consistent, 1. 2, you need to be persistent. And 3, you got to make sure that you're marketing yourself in a way where people is going to find it entertaining or educational. One or the other. I read an article the other day that said those 2 things are the biggest things that make people go viral. Either it's entertaining or it's informational. Most of the time it's entertaining, because people stupid and sit on their phones and scroll all day, and they want to just get a laugh. That's pretty much what social media is. So make sure your marketing campaigns are entertaining and informational. So for marketing, I just started using Canva. So Canva, Instagram, like when you go to your story, you're able to create stories in such a way where it's entertaining to other people. Lots of colors. I know it sounds crazy, but like on your actual feed, on people's feed, I didn't know how to use Facebook. I'm still learning that. You want to use Facebook, you want to run ads, all of that. Ads is going to be your biggest source when marketing. Why? Because at least on Instagram and Facebook, when you run ads, it's on people's explore pages. It's everywhere. Like, it's on their stories. When you go to run a Facebook ad, it's going to ask you, an Instagram ad or a Facebook ad, it's going to ask you where you want this ad to be present at the most. Pick people's, either their stories, because people get on Instagram and the first thing they do is tap the stories. Why? Because people are nosy. They're nosy as hell. Put it as a story. And you want to either be talking, introducing yourself, or have a voiceover of a video of you doing something. This is all information I've learned and I've seen that worked for other people. I haven't put it into effect yet, so but if it worked for y'all, that's wonderful. So that's what you want to do as you're still working with your manufacturer on what the designs is going to look like, what the colors are going to look like, all of that type of stuff. The next thing I would say is don't be worried when it's time to pay the manufacturer, because more than likely it's going to be a wire transfer of some sort. Either a direct wire transfer from your bank, which is the one that I recommend the most, because by you going into the bank, they could check for more legitimacy, rather than if you send it through like a telegram, like a what is that shit called? Y'all know what I'm talking about. When you wire money, like the like, yeah, when you send people money through one of them wiring companies. I don't know, I'm gonna look it up and I'll put it somewhere. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I just can't think of the name right now. But you, instead of sending it through one of those, you definitely want to try to have it go directly from your bank to their bank, or transfer it some way like that. It just it helps you, because your bank isn't going to protect, your bank is not going to protect you if you go to one of the money transfer, MoneyGram, that's what it's called. So like a lot of places want you to do it through MoneyGram. I did not know how to use that. It was very difficult, but thankfully Huntington stopped my information from transferring and sending that person money, because I wasn't really sure about it. And go with your gut. Like if your gut tell you like, oh yeah, I don't really trust this, then just wait. Don't rush yourself to just, oh, I gotta get it done. Like, take your time. Who gonna know that you ain't meet your deadlines besides you? Unless you post about it, then everybody gonna know. But ain't nobody gonna know that you didn't meet your deadlines but you. So take your time with it. Find who's the best candidate. Find out how to transfer the money. Make sure you're marketing. Because once you get that audience and stuff start building up like that, you could do pre-sales and all kind of stuff, but we get into that next. So while you're marketing, you want to start setting up your website. So you got 3 things at one time. So you need to make sure that your time management and stuff like that is at a pretty good space, or get somebody to help you, because I'm not the best time management person. So I have a person that helps me in the sense of, all right, did you do this, did you do that, this, that, and the third, keeping me on track. And plus I'm just a regular forgetful person anyway, so I needed that help. Know where your weaknesses are, and know when you just need to get help with certain stuff, rather than trying to do it all on your own. I know I'm like calling the kettle black right now, but still. So talk to your distributors, you getting the colors, woo woo woo. Next, market. Third, you starting to build your website. So now that you're starting to build your website, the 3 main platforms that I've heard people use, one is Wix. I never used it. I was looking at it to use, but too many clothing brands weren't using it, and I was like, okay, maybe not. And I watched a lot of videos comparing these 3 to each other. So Wix. The next one is Squarespace, which is also a good one. That's more, I would say that's more for like in-person shopping rather than online shopping, but it's still just as good, and that's a cheaper option than the last one. So the last one would be Shopify. So I think Wix and Squarespace is around the same as far as the cost range for it. Shopify is the most expensive because it's worth it. Is it difficult? Yes. I did not build my website. I didn't build my website. I had something to do with it, like as far as the designs and if I like this, if I didn't, but I didn't build my website myself. The person that built my website is actually my girl. She built it. I did not. It was difficult. I couldn't figure it out. She built her own website and she already knew what she was doing, so yeah, she kind of like did it. I did have a say in it, but whatever. So that's that. Wix, Squarespace, and Shopify. Those 3 websites, you can do your own research on them and go with whichever one you think is most affordable for you, as well as what would be most beneficial. So once you're starting to get your website built, you've gotten your samples already and stuff. So in those samples, along with your stuff, you want to try to also order your model's clothing. because you want to start taking the photos for the photo shoot while you're still getting just the stuff for the website together. So while you're building the website, because it's going to take you, the website's going to take a minute to start getting together before you can even upload pictures on it, because you're going to want to be so detailed. Trust me, you're going to want to be detailed. So once you get your models or whatever, go find you a place to shoot by the water, whatever matches what you trying to sell. Pretty much find you some places to shoot. I personally didn't use models for my first launch because of COVID, and two of the models I want to use kind of live all over the place, so I'm just trying to think of a better way to get all of my models at one place at one time without causing havoc for everybody. So yeah, and the last thing is a camera. Man, I mean, to be honest, you can use your phone if you got the newest iPhone or whatever. So you figure out how to take the best pictures for your website. You know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff. I would say get a camera, just because it allows, you know, help. If honestly, if y'all need photographers, let me know. Let me know on the either let me know on my Instagram post or let me know in the comments here. And in the next video, I'll have a list of photographers for you guys that could possibly take your pictures. But y'all let me know. Anyway, so while you're still working with that, now we moving on to the pre-orders, right? This is what I was talking about. You done got your designs together with your manufacturer. You know exactly what colors you want. Now you can start allowing people. Now your website should be built. Your model, you should have all the pictures. All that stuff should be done. Marketing, everything done. Now you should be able to start allowing people to do pre-orders on your website. Now this is some sauce that I got from one of those influencers that I told you about, the Dantes Akram. Yeah, he gave me this sauce. So when you started doing pre-orders, you're going to allow people to make pre-orders, but when they're doing, this is how you attract business. You allow these people to do pre-orders, but the extra thing to your pre-order is you're going to also run a sale during your pre-orders. But you're gonna tell these people, like, okay, you're not gonna get your stuff for 3 to 4 weeks because it's still in the process of being made. Now this money that you're making from pre-orders, you want to calculate it in a way that you're still making profit. 1, 2, shipping is also paid for, and lastly, that, you know, the product of course is paid for. Because when you allow the pre-orders, now you can use, you haven't came out of any money besides the money for your website, the money for your LLC, and the money to get the jogging suits for the models and stuff like that. You haven't came out of no money other than that stuff. So now you got the money from the pre-sales. Once you get the money from the pre-sales, you're going to take that money and you're going to basically pay for your first round of inventory, but you still already have your profit. You see what I'm saying? So you making money already, but you haven't even got a hold of the actual product yet. Y'all, are you tracking? Once you get a hold of the product, that's when it's going to get sent out. That's why you have to tell people that if they take advantage of the pre-order sale, they're not going to get it for 3 to 4 weeks. Be mindful, because if you set this up and you tell these people, oh, you could do pre-orders, and then they pre-order it and you did not tell them ahead of time that it's going to be 3 to 4 weeks, people are going to be upset because they're going to be expecting for their stuff to be on time, but you never told them that it was going to take an extra 3 to 4 weeks before they even got their product. And if you use Shopify, you can set up emails, so that way once they purchase, an email is automatically sent. I mean, the email gonna be sent anyway as like a confirmation for their purchase. But another email can be sent for a person that uses a like a pre-order discount code or something, or if you just set it up like that, a notification can be sent to that person letting them know that it's gonna take that 3 to 4 extra days. So that way you don't even have to do nothing. And I know this about Shopify because I use it. Squarespace and Wix I don't use, so I don't know if you can have that set up like that for them. You can set it up so you don't even have to remember, oh, I gotta send 50 people an email today saying it's gonna take 3 to 4 weeks. You ain't gotta do all that. Just set it up. Everything will be automated, so you rolling. So now you got your profit, right? You didn't allow the pre-orders to go through. Boom, sold out. I wouldn't, I think he said you wanted to be 24 hours or so for the pre-order sale. I can't remember exactly, but he give out this sauce all the time on his Instagram live. So again, I'm gonna put his information in the description. Don't come asking me. Go watch his live and get the information directly for yourself. Yep. So after you run the pre-orders or whatever, boom, 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 now you're gonna take that money again, reinvest it. Make sure your profits, don't spend it. You don't need to spend your profit as soon as you get it. It ain't that deep. You don't need to go flexing on Instagram, none of that, because you should take that profit and basically reinvest it into your business so you can order even more jogging suits the next time, or even more shorts, leggings, t-shirts, hoodies, shoes, socks, cameras, cases, whatever business you got going. You need to take that profit and reinvest it into your business. You should not be trying to think of how you gonna spend it. You don't got no money still. You still ain't, you making money, but you ain't in your bag like you want to be. So yeah, taking place in front of vendors. Yeah, so you done did everything at this point. So now you're just taking that money, reinvesting it, and you gonna keep doing the same thing. I mean, at the end of the day, you keep adding stuff to your catalog, or you can revamp your stuff. All of my stuff drops in collections. So my first collection was 4 items. My first collection was 4 items, a hoodie, 2 different type of t-shirts, and a hat. Those were the 4 items for my first collection. If a person did not go on my website and purchase something for that first collection, they will never be able to purchase it again unless I say so. But that is the way that my clothing line is. So that way, I set mine up like that, so that way I don't have to do a revamping, if you will, because technically each collection that comes out is something completely something completely new, completely different from what I had before. See what I'm saying? So it allowed me the freedom to whatever I got going on up here at that time, or I'm feeling, and whatever creative piece I want to come out with for that collection. That just is what it is, and I leave it like that. However you come up with it for your business is how you come up with it for your business, and I hope that works for you and it's the best. So that's all I got for business filings. So we gonna run through each step one more time. This the last time, because I'm about to get into some of this marketing stuff. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm about to drop some of these marketing things. I mean, not marketing. Damn. Stock market, not marketing. Stock market tips, real quick before I end this video. So you done filed your business license, right? You done wrote down your username, passwords, e-signatures, all that. You done went to the IRS website. You done got your EIN. You got your entity number. You got all the stuff that you need to open up your business account at whatever bank you wanna use or whatever. Then you want to look for a manufacturer, wholesaler, whatever you want to call it, on Alibaba or in the United States if you feel ever so inclined to. Excuse me. You want to look that up. Get in touch with a distributor. Order you a piece of merchandise that you could test. Then you want to order the stuff for your models. Get your models clothing. Order that, take care of your models, start setting up your website while still keeping keeping in touch with your manufacturer and setting up what colors and how much it's gonna cost, all that type of stuff, to get ready to get the stuff for your pre-orders. Once you get the pictures back from your models and your website is completely done, all the size and everything is on there, then you want to allow people to do pre-orders. When you're allowing people to do pre-orders, if you don't have everything on hand, like you could package it and send it out that day, you need to let them know how long it's going to take before they receive that item for those pre-orders. Once you get the money from your pre-orders, you will pay your manufacturer from it. Then you're going to take that extra money to reinvest, take that profit money to reinvest, and keep the cycle going, getting your jogging suits back. Boom, boom, boom. Just keep it rolling. Keep marketing, making sure you're running Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, all that. That's about it for this video. I'm pretty sure, you know, that's all I have right now. So the next clothing brand video will probably be again next Sunday. And yeah, next Sunday I'm gonna show y'all how to you know, how to set up, how to set up your work from home, and like what scales is the best scales to use when you're weighing stuff for like shipping, and how to find the best shipping deals and companies and stuff that I personally use, and all that type of stuff. And we'll go from there, honestly. Yeah, but so this part is now going to turn into stock market for the people that, if you here for the investing as far as stock market portion of this Road to Million series, then this is your part a bajillion years later. Alright, so in the last video I definitely told y'all you know, to figure out what you wanted to invest in the stock market, and what type of stocks you wanted to do. If you wanted to do personally, I will have an options trading account, and I will have a long-term investment account. But the long-term investment account, I want to have a certain amount of money in there before I actually start to purchase whole like stocks and stuff. So before we get into any of that though, y'all need to educate yourselves on the vocabulary for the stock market, something that a lot of people don't really talk about. You cannot hold a conversation with somebody from a different language and not know that language. It ain't gonna work. That's like me trying to speak English to someone that speaks Spanish. That conversation not gonna happen. It's not gonna get anywhere because I don't understand what they're saying and they don't understand what I'm saying. So before you can start investing, you need to understand the terminology that is used when you're getting into the stock market, which I found a pretty helpful article that got pictures and all type of stuff with pretty detailed definitions and even examples. You know, like how y'all used to do in middle school and stuff, when you learn a new word and they use it in a sentence. Yeah, we taking it back there. Not to be mean or anything, but you gotta understand what you're learning before you start learning it. So I have a list of words here because I do research too, you know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm doing either, so I'm at the same point as y'all. I'm learning words, learning vocabulary words. So I'm gonna post this thing in there, but some of the stuff that it didn't have in there was the three major stock exchanges. So the first major stock exchange is AMX, which stands for American Stock Exchange. The next one is NYSE, which is the New York Stock Exchange, which that was the one that I heard about a lot personally. I don't know which one. You might not have heard of any of them, but if you heard of some, that's probably the one that you heard of the most, along with NASDAQ, which is NASDAQ, which stands for the National Association of Securities Dealers. Why securities? I don't know. I don't know what the Q mean, because they ain't had that on the thing. So that's about all I got. Yeah, so you want to use the thing that the thing that's in the description, the article that's in the description for stock vocabulary 1, and 2, just type into Google like stock options trading vocabulary, something like that. Google is going to be your main source of information, just like it is for me. Some stuff will be in the description, some stuff won't, because at the same time, I'm not going to spoon feed y'all, because I got to do the research. Y'all going to have to do some research too. Most of that I talk about will be in the description, but some of it going to be on y'all to learn as well. So yeah, we going to make this money. We going to get to it. Learn as much stuff as far as vocabulary as you can, because like I said, for investing, we going head first. Clothing brand, next thing is gonna be all of this. It's gonna be size and learning how to put stuff on there for yourself. Where I got my patches, where I got some of my shorts, some of my leggings, and all that type of stuff. A real in-depth look into where my clothing brand is headed, some of the projects I got planned for it. Yeah, and we gonna grow together, and we gonna get this money together. So I will see y'all in the next video.